the comfort zone forever to build this thing for you. So I always love hearing from Tracy. This is a rare opportunity that we have to give her some respect and honor. So let's get loud in California for our co-founder, the First Lady of Virginia, Tracy Jarvis.
Thank you very much. All right. This weekend talking about, we were going to build your confidence level, right? Build that brick wall of unshakable, unbreakable belief. Have y'all built it? Yeah. Is it there? Yeah. You guys have that? Yeah. With all the great product information, the great testimonies, all the new, marketing materials, it's all there, right? We all feel really good right now, right? Everybody's fired up. Ready to get out there? Yeah. What I want to encourage you with about this this brick wall of belief and confidence that you have right now, think about a real brick wall. It's pretty strong when it's first built, right? But as it starts weathering some storms, what happens? It starts getting some cracks, starts breaking down, right? Well, that can happen with your confidence and belief level too when you leave here. So I want to encourage you, how you keep that built up and strong is by being plugged in. Being plugged into the conference calls, hearing the testimonies every week. Isn't that what encourages us, that this product is changing people's lives? When I hear y'all's stories, it just blesses my heart. I'm like, wow, look what we're doing here. It's amazing. It just builds my belief system over and over again every time I hear those stories. So you have to be plugged in. You guys as a group, you're a team, you're excited, but you're going to go home today, right? Everybody's going their separate ways. What happens when you start calling people and you get no's, or you get people who say, oh, you're crazy or whatever, right? If you're not strong, if you're not plugged in to the support system, to the strength, it's easy to find yourself shaking a little bit, thinking, I don't know, where's my confidence level now, right? So I want to encourage you, you got it right now. Don't let it waver. And the way you don't, stay plugged in. The conference calls we do, meetings, find yourself an accountability partner, hook up with each other, and, stay on the phone. Brad's got you guys fired up as a team that California is going to be the dominating force, right? The only way you're going to do that is by staying strong, and that's as a group. So that is so, so important. That's one of the things I want you to stay focused on. If you're going to build this thing, it's going to be because you have confidence and belief that nobody can shake, okay? Number two is your why. Why are you doing this? And what are you doing every day? And, it's interesting, in Tulsa, Andy Dooley shared a story. And I probably won't get it just right, but you'll get the idea. He was talking about this young man who got into the industry, and he really wanted a mentor. He really wanted to have success. And there was this gentleman who was very successful in the industry, and so he went to him and said, hey, will you mentor me? I really want to succeed. I want to do this thing in a big way. So the guy says, absolutely. He said, meet me at the beach, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Kid's like, okay, not sure what that's about. He's like, all right. So he meets him down there at 6 a.m. He said, get in the water. Now the kid's really going, what? What's up with that, right? So he walks in the water. Well, the guy comes in behind him, takes him, holds him under the water, and doesn't let him go. He's got him under there. This kid is fighting for his life. He's fighting for breath, right? Do you think he gave up fighting? Heck no. He wanted to live. He wanted his life. So he fought. So when he came up, he looked at this guy. He's like, what the heck? What'd you do that for? He goes, that's the kind of fight you got to have to succeed in this business. Now, I do not recommend anybody going and doing that to anybody. Let me make a disclaimer there. But you know, from the second Andy told that story, it really resonated with me. I thought, wow, you better believe if somebody's trying to drown me, suck the breath out of me, I'm going to fight with everything I got, right?
Yeah.
You know, and then I just want to share with you too, that this kind of hit me too. I watched the movie Courageous the other night. Any of y'all seen that?
No.
Courageous, oh boy. You guys have an assignment now. You got to watch this movie. Y'all seen Facing the Giants?
Yeah.
Most of you. Facing the Giants, and this movie Courageous was created by the same producers, and just both amazing. They're faith-based movies and just fabulous. But this Courageous movie, and I'm only going to tell you this one little clip because you got to watch this, but it so impacted me. It's about these police officers, and it's really about fathers, but I took it in my spirit for me and for everybody else. You could do the same. But, you know, this one man, he was a police officer. He had like a teenage son and a 9-year-old daughter. And he was very busy, like we all are, right? We're busy. We come home from work. We're tired, you know. And his daughter, one day, he was out with his buddy, and they had stopped for his buddy to run in somewhere. And the daughter jumps out of the truck, and she's in this little grassy area off the parking lot. And he goes, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Daddy, dance with me," you know. And it's out in the public. And he's like, "No, I'm not going to, you know, get out there and dance with you. People are looking, you know, or whatever." And she's like, "So?" She's like, "Dance with me." And he's like, "No, you dance. I'll watch." So she stands out there and she goes, "Daddy, this is how you do it," you know. And she holds her one arm, you know, like this, and the other one, "You're going to hold my hand." And she's out there dancing, and the dad's watching her and everything. And so it's really, you know, it's like, okay, well, later in the movie, this little girl's killed in a car wreck.
Oh, boy.
And this dad is now going, why wouldn't I? Why do I care what people think? Why do I care? You know, and then you got to watch the movie to see what he did and the changes that he made. But it was amazing. And my prayer for each and every one of us is that we never have to go through anything like that to understand why we need to do what we do every day.
Yeah.
And, you know, I made a resolution, one of mine at the beginning of this year, was to take each day as it came. You know, we have to have long-term goals, but what am I doing today? What is it about today that I can do to make a difference in my life, to enjoy my life, to bless others, whatever it is? It's a daily thing. And so I want to encourage you with that as you watch that movie. And I'm telling you, you got to go get it. It just came out on DVD. I'm sure it's on demand now. You can rent it or whatever. You got to watch this movie and be inspired by, wow, you know, what if? I mean, we each are only guaranteed today, right?
Yeah.
But as you leave here and you start, you know, there were so many great nuggets in this weekend, so many great nuggets. And as Alan said, you know, knowledge is just knowledge. It doesn't mean anything without putting it into action, right? And as you leave here, one of the things that I learned, and I've done for a long time, is I'm a big believer in the power of words, the power of tongue, the things that we speak, right? And when I made a decision to run in this half marathon, I told everybody, okay? I started speaking it. And when I would speak it, it felt good. I thought, I'm going to do something that not everybody's done. You know, I'm excited about this, right? But you know, it was interesting the reactions that I would get. Some people go, "Oh, that's fabulous, great, you know, good for you," or whatever. But do you know that I got some negative reactions? It was pretty interesting. I had some people go, "Are you crazy? Why would you do that? I got a car, I'll come drive you wherever you want to go." I'm like, that's not the point, you know? And then even my dad, you know, God love him. All right, telling all my stories of my dad. He even goes, "What is wrong with you? What would you want to do that for?" You know, I'm like, oh boy. So my point in telling you that is, okay, I put it out there that this is what I was going to do. So now everybody knows I'm going to do it, right? I don't really have a whole lot of choice to back out, because that's just not me. I'm not going to do that. But guess what? I had to make a plan of action, right? I had 7 months to train. So what did I have to do? I had to every day make a decision. Okay, how many miles am I going to run today? I had a plan of action from the day I made the commitment till the day of the race. Okay? There were some bumps along the way. As I shared with you, there were obstacles. But I couldn't let that get in my way. I had a plan of action. So I tell you that to say, when you leave here today, you have to put a stake in the ground and say, here's what I'm going to do. You have to make a commitment, and you got to share it with people. You're going to have some people who encourage you and say, fantastic, whether they understand or believe or not, you know, they're going to be positive. And then you're going to have those that go, you're crazy. What's the matter with you? You can't do that, right?
Oh,
But that's where that unshakable belief comes in. So I want to encourage you. I mean, you know, we talked about a lot this weekend, and it's amazing how fast a day goes by, a week goes by, a month goes by, and before we know it, a whole year's gone, right?
Yeah.
And what did we do? Did we accomplish anything? Maybe, maybe not, right? All of our lives are a little different, but you have to have a plan on a daily basis. So you got to put your stake in the ground today and say, here's where I'm going. This is what I'm going to do. It could be a goal to get to EC. It could be a goal to get to SC. It could be a goal to get to, you know, $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year. I don't know what your personal goal is. You got to make that, but you got to start telling people. And I'd encourage you, if you know right now what it is, and I don't want you making a rash decision, but if you know, before you leave this hotel, tell 5 people. Get it out there. Get it in the atmosphere where it has life on it. Our words have life, and that's why I'm such a big believer in what I speak. And, you know, when I hurt my leg, immediately I said, I will run and I will finish that race. Now, I had other things going on in here, little nerves about it, but I wasn't speaking that stuff.
There you go.
I was not going to speak it. You got to speak life, so you got to get it out there. And once you do, put a plan of action in place of what you got to do on a daily basis to make that happen. Because otherwise, you're going to look up, and all this time's gone by, and we're at the next event. You're going, oh, I still didn't do it. That's that old pain of regret that I talk about all the time. You're either going to have the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The pain of regret is not fun. I'm telling you. That's why I knew I wasn't quitting on that race. You know, I might have hopped in on one foot, but I was not quitting. I didn't want the pain of regret. And that's the kind of, you know, attitude you got to have, but it starts with putting it out there. You know, and that's a scary thing to do, because once you put it out there, then you got to do it. Because it maybe you're sitting there saying, well, I've done that before. Today's a new day. Can't look back. Past doesn't matter. We're starting over. It's been an amazing event. You guys have all the tools you need. Your confidence is built. Your belief system's there. Today is a new day. And I don't care if everybody in your center of influence, your warm market, you know, has heard you say something before and you quit on it or whatever. It don't matter. Today's a new day. If we don't get a fresh start, a second chance,
7 times
then
7.
why are we still here, right? Why are we still living on this earth if we don't get that? You know, it's about today and what you're going to accomplish in your life. And, you know, I just have such a passion for, you know, when I watch this movie, Courageous, it's like, you know, it's about our kids. And it, you know, it takes sacrifice in this business. You know, I've been, you know, really emotional all day. You know, of course, we left our children to come here. My son had, you know, an injury. He just came out of it, and today had baseball tryouts and had a basketball game back in action for the first time in 3 weeks. He sent me this text and said, Mommy, I did so awesome at tryouts. I wish you could have seen me. Y'all as mothers know, my heart just broke. I'm like, oh, dude, why'd you have to do that, you know? And I'm like, gosh, you know, and obviously I would love to be there. I hate missing anything. But I know God called us here. And He called us here to help you guys.
Thank you, Lord.
To help people build and be strong and grow. You got to get passionate. You got to get excited. You got to put it out there. You got to lay it all on the line. And if you're not speaking it, if you're not telling people where you're going, then you don't even know where you're going. You got to speak it. You got to put it out there. Put your plan of action in place and never, ever quit. That's the only thing. You may have setbacks. catch, you may miss it like Coulter said. You know, you may set it up, you may miss that one. So what? I didn't hit my goal on my run, but I finished. That was victory. Don't quit. You just keep on keeping on. And I'm just telling you, we are so passionate about what we do. We love this business. We love what it does for people's lives. And the only variable in the whole thing is you. You determine whether you have success. We've got an incredible product, incredible marketing plan, incredible marketing tools, everything you need to go build it. The only difference is you and your desire and your passion to go make it happen. So my prayer is you guys will leave here different than you came in, excited, declaring where you're going, with a plan of action, and absolutely going out and making it happen. And when we meet back here in July, you guys will be going, I am here with the pain of discipline. You may be beat up, you may be tired, but you'll have victory. You won't be sitting there with the pain of regret saying, why didn't I? Why didn't I? You're going to be doers. Just do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.